Bring them out, bring them out, bring them out. Here, we are here after all of that. We are still here. Yeah. Let me make sure everything is all good. All good. If you are tuning in, joining in, let me know you are here. Cause we about to have a fun, 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 fun live stream today. I got some special things, and plus we got to talk about this new Apple AI announcement. WordCamp Europe is here. Let's see. Let me see the exact date. Yeah, 13th through the 15th. I ain't going this year. But to all those who are going, have fun. To all the speakers, shout out to y'all. Don DeMarco for my speaker. Yay. Shout outs to everybody out there, man. Shout outs to everybody out there who gets past the diversity of the adversity that comes in, because troubles can come in any kind of way. You know what I'm saying? The diversity of the adversity. Troubles come in any kind of way. I mean, left side, right side, up, down, to the corner, West Coast, East Coast, North Coast, South Coast. Man, if you are looking to get anywhere in life, and you are determined, I promise you, the moment you're getting ready to go through that door, something will get in your way. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. Sometimes it feels like it's inedible. Right? Inedible? Yeah. I mean, you can't eat it. You can't swallow that pill. It's too big. It hurts. But it's all good. And the reason why, for me, this is interesting, because I literally was just watching a YouTube video about remote production and the importance of having backups for your internet connection and having backups for power. I literally just watched it a day ago, just random. It was for a live streaming service called Ecamm Live, and they had posted this, and I said, well, let me just tune in. And the next day, I'm like, oh my God, like, come on, man. Like, it's too perfect, because it's never happened before. Then the day that I watch it, the next day, boom, I get a power outage right before I'm getting ready to go live stream. And I'm like, okay, I get it. We can't get upset at these things. We have to embrace these things. And so what I'm doing is I'm embracing. And what I've learned, and what you need to learn, is that you're going to have to do whatever it is you're doing when nobody shows up. You got to do it 10, 20, 40, 100 times with the same energy, the same love of the game. That's the only way you get past it. It's crazy. That's the only way you get past it. People are not going to show up. Things are going to go down. You're going to feel unprepared. You know, you might get an emergency call to pick up a family member. I mean, anything, it happens. And you just have to be willing and ready. You have to be prepared. Stay ready. You ain't got to get ready. And it's just what needs to happen in order for you to succeed. If you don't do that, you won't succeed. And I might not be specifically talking about, any specific situation. I'm just generalizing, for all the entrepreneurs and all the creators out there, people who are looking to become an entrepreneur and people who are entrepreneurial, freelancers, whatever. Listen, I'm telling you, if you don't know, now you know. I got to get my Biggie Smalls sound bite, because it happens. It happens, and it's going to happen way more often. Like, the more determined you get, the more you're ready, the more you have all your equipment and you got your professional this and that, and you finally got your better quality, X, Y, Z, da 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 da, and then watch. It all shuts down in 1 second. And you're like, what the? And it happens. I can tell you, it happens to the best of them. You may not see it often, but it happens. It happens. So I'm excited. I'm excited um, because, and if my internet is dropping or acting weird, it's because of the whole power outage thing. So I guess it's really still striving to reboot and get itself together. But for the most part, yeah, it happens. Hopefully, it's not doing too bad. I'm hoping it's not doing too bad. But this is what happens also when you are looking to put on a production. You're using multiple. What I've noticed is it's really easy for those who do live stream to be able to live stream directly from their device. Because I was thinking in my head, like, what makes it different? Why is live streaming not as prevalent as it should be for a lot of creators and entrepreneurs? You know, just showing what they're doing on the spot or setting something up where people can join on the spot versus doing a recording. They both have their merits, they both are important. However, what is the difference between the live stream and the recording? And then what's the difference between the people who can conveniently live stream, you know, I would say like the general live streamer, right? Versus the professional live streamer. Because I'm learning there is a difference. And my goal has always been to go from the general, just do it. Just do it. Don't overthink it. Don't think about it. Don't think too hard. Just do it. Versus, okay, well, what do I need to get together to become professional? Because you want to be seen in that light also with your other business endeavors. You want to be seen professional in all facets. And it's crazy. If people don't see you professional in a live stream, they psychologically will take away the professionalism that you have everywhere else. We're just, our minds have become trained to that. So even I start to close my eyes now. Like I'm starting to close my eyes and show more creators love or empathy. I find myself liking more YouTube videos. Like if I'm watching it and I'm getting something out of it, I find myself intentionally, consciously hitting the like button a lot more because even though I'm watching that video that has these edits or I'm watching this stream that has these camera angles and stuff, I'm realizing like, yo, that stuff ain't easy. Like these people make it look easy. So if you learn anything in terms of, you know, production and getting through the hiccups, I would say it's going to be you having buoyancy, you getting past the falls, because you're gonna have falls and people are not going to show up, or people are going to see that one fall thinking that that's it all, and it's not. It was just the one time or the two time, or not even your fault time, and that's how it goes. So for me, this is a dear subject matter because I've been looking to not only share value when it comes to education, but damn it, I want to put on a show. Can I get a Don DeMarco for that? You know what I'm saying? We got to put on a show. And that's the difference between professional live streamers and the general streamer. The general streamer is typically not putting on a show. They're just hitting the button that says go live and they're showing themselves. There's a difference when you're putting on a show, when you got the sound effects, you got a professional mic, you got your screen sharing and your angles and things like that. That's a show right there. You know what I'm saying? So there is a difference between the average Joe or Jane and the show Joe or Jane. Big difference. So if you're picking up on what I'm getting at, you're gonna see over these next few months, because I've been working hard practicing this live streaming stuff, but over the next few months, we're gonna be getting it. And I'm gonna be asking you to join me. We got guest links. So if you looking to join, you got something you wanna ask a question, I got a guest link waiting for you. Just let me know, I'll put it in the chat. You know, we can make this very collaborative on the spot. Just make sure you got some headphones. You know what I'm saying? And you ready to go. And you know, and don't be, you gotta have some showmanship. So, you know, be respectful. But hey, if you got something to say or you want to join in on the conversation, like I said, we got them guest links and they're ready to go. let me get my stuff together and just let you know that we are all good. So hopefully everybody out there is feeling good. Let me check out. Let me make sure I am able to be seen and heard and understood like everybody else in the world. Don't we all want to be seen, heard, and understood? You know, it's as simple as that. We want to be seen, heard, and understood. So that's the key here, is being seen, heard, and understood. And even when you're not understood, it's all right. You all good. We gonna get it out there in the neighborhood. I'm trying to tell y'all, listen, this game that we call WordPress, my goal is to put the word in the press. You know what I'm saying? Like there's many great creators, many great how can I say other influencers in the community, very great. And I watch a lot and I learn from a lot. And I see everybody has their own unique spin, their own unique value. Shout outs to everybody out there that's doing it right now. Thank you. And I'm watching. Believe me when I say I'm watching, I'm paying attention. But I definitely want to add a little bit of that zest, that sprinkle of that sauce, a little bit of hot sauce, if you will. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have that hot sauce in that bag. I should have brought my hot sauce out here right now, my red hot. You know, not Tabasco, hot sauce. You gotta have that in the bag. You gotta have that ready to go, because you never know what type of situation that you're gonna have to get through. So hopefully you guys are excited. I got some news. I got some things I want to show you. We've been working hard, very hard, my team and I. I've been working hard myself. I'm really getting on this video production side of things. So, you know, when you are watching my videos, just know that it's me. I haven't hired a video editor yet. So slowly but surely, I'm just polishing off my old school skills, because I used to do this back in the day. You know, I can say that now that I'm 37. I was doing this video stuff when I was 27. I wasn't that good, but I was good enough to know, okay, let me see if I can relearn some of these techniques and Final Cut and how to do these different type of cuts, you know, in the app, and how to add sound and sound effects and stuff. And it's starting to come back. Like my musicality, my Full Sail university learnings, it's all coming back. Like, damn, okay, man, I forgot I was a creator too. You know, it ain't just all this WordPress development, you know, nerdy website stuff. There's creation value that I can bring, and I'm going to, how do I say, absorb your value as well, your creation value, your feedback as well. So I love that. I love that. Let me share my screen real quick. Again, if you are watching, show some love, man. Where are you from? Who's watching, and where are you from? Where are you representing? Damn, I didn't have my represent show clip. That's all good. That's all good. You'll get an air horn or applause. Trust me, I got you. I got you. But still, represent your click. Where you from? Where you at? Now, unfortunately, LinkedIn doesn't let me. I'm trying to always figure out how do I respond on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a very hard live streaming app to respond to. So I don't know how to respond on LinkedIn. So if you're saying something on LinkedIn, I think I can see it in StreamYard, but I'm just not able to respond to it in StreamYard. But if you are saying something in YouTube, I can definitely respond back via StreamYard. So yeah, let me know where you're coming from. What are your questions? Do you have any WordPress questions? Throw them in the chat, and I'm going to answer them along the way of this live stream. This is going to be a just relaxed. You know, we're just going to have some fun for the most part, but go over some of the things that I want to share with you. I'm going to answer some questions, and then we're going to talk about some of the updates in the world. Again, like I said before, Apple just released its AI, so we got Apple Intelligence, which they try to rebrand, you know, AI to Apple Intelligence. We got ChatGPT. We got Gemini. If you're not using AI, where are you? Where's your IA? Where's your IA? If you're not using AI. Oh, damn. Y'all not with me, though. Y'all not with me, though. Y'all not with me, though. It's all good. I have love. I have love. Let me share my screen. So we are Well, so there is an event. I was gonna say we are, you know, but there's an event happening. All right, all right, all right. Let me bring that over here in Florida. WordPress Florida meetup, but West Orlando to be specific. And I am hosting an event. Um, I was approached about a month or so ago, invited to host an event. Shout outs to Brian and shout outs to Rob and everybody else with this meetup group. And so I'm going to be hosting a presentation on Thursday, June 20th. It is for free, obviously. And we're going to talk about your website strategy, you know, how you're able to streamline that for a better scalable website. And trust me when I say I'm going in. I just shared the presentation with, I think it was Tara or Tara. I don't want to mess her name up. So I apologize if you hear this, but I know Brian was there as well, and I shared with them the presentation just to they wanted to go over it, just normal protocol, and even they were like, "Oh wow, we didn't expect this." Even they're like, "Yeah, I'm learning stuff right now." I see. There we go. Ain't that how it's supposed to be? The unexpected, but in a good way. So yeah, if you are not doing anything on June 20th from 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I would invite you to the WordPress Orlando meetup. They even got the Disney, little Disney thing. Isn't that cool? And I will put that in the chat. Let me put that in the chat. I believe it's only going to go to YouTube. So let me add that in LinkedIn myself. Can I add that in LinkedIn as a comment myself? I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I think so. Okay. All right. I just posted it right there. All right, y'all. So it is there. All right, all right, all right. All right, all right, all right. Next on the agenda. Let's get into it. Let me get my agenda out real quick. Talk about some updates. All right, cool. So when it comes to our block library that we call Uni-Blocks, our WordPress block library, we have made some major updates that came from a lot of the community in many different ways of feedback. Some feedback that was, I would say, more well received, and other feedback that was received, but I would say not so well because of how it was delivered. But it was still received. So both sides of the track received feedback from people that were really striving to be positive, even with constructive criticism, and then others that were just, I would say, tearing down more than lifting up, for those positive reasons. Either way, we've made some major changes. I'm going to share some of that with you first, and then we're going to move on to other things as well. So when it comes to our changes, we have a document here that I've shared with the community in our email list, but I'm going to share it here on this live stream just so you have an idea of all the things that we have changed. Well, not all the things, most of the things, not everything here is on the list, but this is most of the things. And a lot of things that I feel like, or I believe that developers and designers and coders and website builders would appreciate. Now, some of you all can say what you want to say as far as, well, why wasn't this done earlier or from the jump, and all those kind of questions that you may want to ask, the hindsight 22 scenario. But that's not how you start a startup. You don't start a startup with everything already done and perfected. You just start and you work your way as you go and you learn as you go. And some people are going to be okay with that and some people are not. There's nothing you can do about it. It is what it is. However, it is something that I just want you to realize that we have worked on a lot of things and made our block templates so much more optimized and stable and ready for action. It's the best way to say it. We are ready for action. So let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. First thing we did was we fixed color styles. That was a big thing that we had to do. We updated our color palette to make things a little more palatable, I guess, from a visual design perspective. We updated our font sizes, our line heights. We make sure to update those. Our placeholder images, we updated those as well. The row layout block, the max content width, we had some issues with that. We had to fix that up. So that way you do less fixing when you're doing your thing. Row layout with block padding, that has been updated too. We updated all of our block layouts to be more friendly, user friendly, minimizing nested blocks. So we were using way more blocks than we probably should have been using, and we created a better categorization system. I mean, who would have known? I wouldn't have even thought that way at first, but now I understand how we should have did it from the beginning. But again, hindsight is 22, and we don't have time to talk about 22 because I believe that's when we really, yeah, ain't that kind of, I gotta use that because we launched in 22 and now it's 24. 24s as it close. That's how all my, y'all don't know. Y'all don't know about that. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Y'all don't know nothing about that. That may be a little too cultural for you. That may be a little too hip hop for you. It may be a little too hip hop for you. But it's all good. It is all good. And then we have avoiding, minimizing, using custom CSS. We made sure that all of our templates are mobile responsive, even more than they were before. We tackled accessibility as much as we could, and we'll touch on that here in a second. But accessibility is such a new topic that you have to learn as you go with it. And you also have to be aware that you don't want to bog yourself down trying to get it perfect in the beginning because it'll drive you crazy in some ways. But you can get great, we'll say, outcomes and results when you optimize your website, you optimize anything for accessibility, and your users and the audience will appreciate that. You may not see any effect immediately that comes from that, but believe me when I say they will appreciate that in the future. We updated our heading tag order. Our headings were all whack. They were all out of order. They were all out of sorts. Not like all out. I'm being over dramatic when I say it, but I'm doing that on purpose to emphasize the amount of change and effort that we have put in to really make sure that everything is good moving forward when it comes to our templates. And then we optimize the speed. So those are the major changes, some of the major changes that we have done with our templates. And just so you can see some proof, we have some test scores here that I've been sharing and showing. And we've been testing it on different platforms as well. So that way we have different perspectives on hosting from a hosting side. But when it comes to our scores, we've been getting really high scores. We weren't getting these scores before. That's just the reality. So this was dear to me. This was a personal, how can I say? This was a personal endeavor more than anything. This is a passion project for me, and it was a personal endeavor because I took a lot of the comments and the criticisms personally. Like I'll be the first one to say that shit hurt because I was doing so much, striving to do so much, not knowing what I didn't know, but also I didn't have my armor of protection to get ready for all the blows that's going to come with it. For people who don't care about you, all they care about is the product. And I'm not saying that that's true for every scenario, but when people don't know you and who you are and don't trust you or they don't like you, all they care about is the product. So they will say how they feel no matter how it comes out. That's entrepreneurship 101, maybe 102, maybe 99. I don't know which number, but that is the beginning stages of entrepreneurship. How you put on your protective armor to prepare for all the deconstruction and the criticism that's going to come with your build out of your brand, of your business, of your life. How do you protect yourself? So that was one big thing that I had to learn over time. So as you can see, our scores are a lot better, and these are our templates from the mobile scores. And that's the key thing. You're looking at the mobile version. And typically, when you see a mobile version high, the desktop version is better. That's typically how it goes. So that's one way I wanted to share with you some of our speed. And then another way, let me go back here actually. Another way is Pingdom. So we also use Pingdom. The first test was from Page Speed Insights. This test is from Pingdom. And we're getting high scores in Pingdom as well. Not perfect scores. Pingdom is a little different. All these testing platforms have different scoring measures. So don't ever take one for the exact outcome of what you're doing. No, you use them as a range, as an average where you believe you are. That's what you have to do. I know so many people that get caught up on scores from one platform or for one test, and that score may not be the entire picture. So hopefully that makes sense. Then when it comes to responsiveness, we have made sure that our templates are responsive on all devices. So that's something that was big too, was making sure that even on tablet, that they are responsive, not just mobile and desktop, but tablet as well too. Oftentimes we'll say mobile optimized and we'll toss in tablet and it ain't optimized for tablet. Like that's the thing. We say that word and it's not optimized for tablet. So you gotta hold up. You gotta hold up, get yourself ready for that next phase. You got the desktop, you got the mobile. Now it's time to get the tablet. So let's get off of that. But yes, responsiveness is key when it comes to your website. Is your website responsive? Are you testing it with the right responsive tools? And then another question is your site compliant, or is it at least semi-compliant? What I've done is I went ahead and tested other Kadence creator templates. I've tested other non-Kadence creator templates to see what their scores are when it comes to either performance or compliance. I didn't really test for responsiveness, just performance and compliance. And what I saw was a pattern that even Kadence themselves, who make the blocks that we've created, even they have trouble with getting to compliance themselves. So that begs the question, what are the things that we're looking to do when it comes to compliance, as a community, using products, using WordPress plugins and WordPress third-party block plugins to be more specific, or even page builders? How compliant can we get our site on all the pages, right? That's key. Can you get compliant, or are you semi-compliant? But the key is you don't want to be non-compliant. That's a no-go. So you want to be at least compliant or semi-compliant. And just like what I said about the performance test, every single thing, every tool you use to test, it's going to have a different weight of scoring, or scoring weight. I don't know how you say that, but it's going to have a different way that it scores or measures the results. So you have to be careful with that. Then when it comes to our pro library, I just shared with you our free library. Same thing that we are working on continuously, and we have been working on already, was the speed for our pro library, which we have dramatically increased, because we weren't getting these 90s and above before. It was more like 70 and above. Even some things were 60. I have to admit that. See, that's one thing as a business owner and a startup founder, is what are the things you're willing to admit, or you should admit, or can admit, and what things should stay more internal. So this is something that's key, is just admitting that, nah, these scores weren't looking like this before. But you can see they are. And know what's funny? I'm curious to see in the next year how this improves our outcome, because the complaints that I got for a long time, specifically from the community, some of our subscribers and users, and even the Kadence community, was our templates weren't optimized. Now they're optimized. And I must say, is this what you want? Is this what you want? We did it, y'all. We got what you want. So let's see how things go the next year when we continue to make more, do more, show more, teach more, grow more. But now we have a process that every time we bake that muffin, we make that cookie, we make that souffle, we got the recipe, baby. We got the recipe, we got the process, so that way when it comes out the oven, I'm just using metaphors because I love to cook. When it comes out the oven, That joint is baked and ready for you to eat. You ever eat something so good, you be like, you know what I'm saying? Chicken. How do you eat your chicken? Everybody eats chicken differently. Some people eat it all off the bone. I don't know, especially with, my, you know what I'm saying, the people right here, you know what I'm saying? That black and brown, we eat everything off that bone. Like, clip it all off. But watch how somebody eats their chicken. Do they leave a whole bunch of meat on the bone? Or do they eat that thing down to the gristle? Makes them want to blow a whistle. That's how you got to think about your business, what you're providing, your products. Are they eating the whole thing or are they eating a piece of it? Are they licking their fingers like, now I wash my hands so my fingers is clean, y'all. You know, we can be passing germs around here. But how is that happening with you in your life and your business? That's how you have to think about it. That's how I took this. I took it personal, y'all. I took all the criticism, all the construction, all the destruction, all the everything. I took it personal. Not personal to where it hurt my soul and made me want to quit and give up, but like, nah, we got to get this together for the people. And that was the goal. Getting it together for the people. So here's the responsiveness of our pro library. Same thing. We have tablet, desktop, and mobile. But when it comes to optimization, I always say do it in the opposite order. Do mobile, desktop, tablet. That's how, if I were you, I would optimize my website for. Mobile, desktop, tablet. So don't let this order confuse you because this is not the order. This is just how we took the screenshots, okay? But as you can see, things should now look spacious. They should look flush. Now, again, these are templates, so this is not our website or our client site or anything like that. This is for you to put your stuff in and get your style in and get your wild and make your thing happen, right? But is it where it needs to be? So all you gotta do is go in there and drop a couple of things. You just drop a couple gems. You just drop that beat and you ready to go. That's what I can honestly say we didn't completely do. That was my goal. Don't get me wrong. That was my intention, but I didn't know what I didn't know. My team didn't know what they didn't know. And then once we were told what to do, we made it so. And that's what we did. So that way you can drop your style on it and get going. It's like if you ever been in a cipher before or watched a person, watch some people cipher and they drop that beat and next thing you know, people freestyling, you like, oh, that's how you, when they drop that beat, you like, oh, almost like you just took a sour patch kid. You know what I'm saying? You ever had with them lemon drops? I call my daughter lemon head, because she got the big head. That's my lemon drop, but she got that big shiny yellow head. I ain't yellow. Her mama's yellow, she yellow. So that's my lemon drop. But I call her lemon head when she, not being good. But you got that face like, oh, that's how people should feel when they are utilizing your offerings and your products and your stuff. That's how you got to think about it. So here's more responsiveness. These are all our pro templates right here. And for the last couple weeks, I have been letting people try them for free. I've given away the beta access key to our subscribers so that way that they can try them. That's something that we've never done before. And that was different. So that way people didn't have any excuse or they didn't have any reason to say, okay, well, you're selling these or you're offering these for whatever amount and they're not optimized or I don't know what they are. I haven't tested them. Nope, wait, hold on. Hold up. Hey, if you've been on our email list, you have access to all of our block templates. All of our Uni-Blocks, you got access to our free and pro. That way you can test them. And that was something that I don't necessarily advise everybody to do, but I did it because I wanted to give something to the people for their patience and love. And I also wanted to share and show that, hey, we want to get your feedback. I want to get this to be a collaborative effort. So I'm not holding anything back. Here you go. You can have them for free for a limited time. Then I'm going to cut the access key off. And then, hopefully by that time, I don't use the word hope. Hope is not a strategy. By that time, we're ready to go to the next phase. We've been on this phase for a while, and that's okay. That's how life is. If you don't address the issues in your life, if you don't patch up certain issues in your life, I'm not saying you have to do everything. Some things you ain't got nothing, no control over, but you got to control the controllables. If you're able to patch up those things, that usually the next phases in your life, the next steps you take, I don't want to use the word they're going to get easier because that may be cliche and untrue. But I believe you will have a lot more confidence moving into what's next. And you'll have a better outcome through your confidence moving through this next phase in your life, this next amount of diversity. That's what I believe. If you address those issues, you plug up those holes, not just strive to skip past them, just move past them like they're not there, because that's what we could have did with our platform. And no, we did not. It's been about a year and a half. I will say that we haven't gotten anywhere near the goal that I would like to achieve. And that goal has nothing to do with any financial gain. That goal has to do with a lot of educational gain and value. How many people are learning from us? How many people are earning from us? We have so much free stuff that you don't have to pay for anything if you don't want to. That's what I'm striving to give. And there's so many creators out there I have to shout out in general. Just shout out to you creators in general, to you entrepreneurs in general that are doing the same thing. I'm feeding off of you. So thank you for giving me inspiration to continue, because I wanted to give up at least 20 times. At least 20 times. And even still, while there's not a lot of people in this live stream, it doesn't matter if nobody was in this live stream. You guess what I'm still gonna do? I'm still gonna do my damn thing. I'm still going to perform and show up. Even with the power outage, I'm gonna perform and show up. And that's what you have to do. Perform, show up, even through the times where you were inconsistent. I've been inconsistent multiple times in the past. But don't let that bog you down. Don't let people steer you away from your next step in life or the next phase of success in your life, because we hear all this terminology about being consistent and what happens when you're not consistent. That sometimes can bring people down when it wasn't like they were inconsistent on purpose. It was just, how are you consistent with things when you ain't right up here or your life ain't right around here? It's hard to show up, especially on camera. And this is where the opportunity is going to come for a lot of you in this AI era. I'm telling you, you got to get on camera. You got to get on camera. Now, you're probably saying, Maestro, I'm not camera ready. No, everybody doesn't have to get on camera. No, fine. No, everybody doesn't. But you know what everybody else ain't? Successful. Like, let's just keep it real. If your excuse was everybody else ain't doing it, well, everybody else ain't rich. Everybody else ain't successful. Everybody else is not fulfilled in their life. Most people are not fulfilled. Most people are not successful. Most people are not rich. But most people have a phone. Ain't that something? I was saying, somebody, back in the hood, they'd be like,
"That's my dog. Take that. That's my dog.
That's my dog."
That's my dog.
When you say something, when you make some sense, when you make things happen, that's how they feel. That's how they feel. And AI is getting ready, if it hasn't already, to change the game of content consumption, content sharing, because most of us now are reading content with the assumption, especially the longer that it is, that AI either created it or assisted it. Most of us. Most of us are thinking like that. Let me check my stream. And see, this is the thing when it comes to streaming live and using certain software and programs, that you have to manage it all at one time. And sometimes things don't go perfect. So I have to do some, how do I say, troubleshooting. And this is where we grow together. I got to do some troubleshooting on how do I fix some of my live stream components, because It can get, I will say, it can get frustrating sometimes when you're looking to do certain things and it ain't working the way that you need it to work. You can get frustrated. It happens, right? Right. it, it 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 happens, and it's all good. Let me do this. All right, all right, all right. So let's go on to the next updates on our themes. All right, updates on our themes. So let me share my thing. We have updated our themes as well. And let's go to our themes. When it comes to our themes, we are still optimizing, but at the same time, these scores are way, way better than what they were before when it comes to our themes, and specifically for mobile. Desktop, pretty good. Mobile, no, desktop is not pretty good. Excuse me. Mobile, pretty good. Desktop, phenomenal. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, mobile, pretty good. Desktop, phenomenal. And when it comes to landing pages and websites, when it comes to longer pages, when it comes to detailed pages, the more detailed, the longer the page, the more functionality you have on it, the slower it typically is going to be, and you're going to have to continue to optimize for it. So we're always continue to optimize. We're going to continue to optimize our themes, and we have more themes coming very soon. That's what we're going to be working on this summer. But before summer came, we wanted to make sure that everything else was optimized before we make more themes. So here, as you can see, semi-compliant, but in clickables, you see the score 81. It is that thing, once again, that the compliance factor of websites is, it's a doozy. It is a doozy. Websites are, there's so many evolved things happening and going on, and so many elements happening. How do you make everything perfect? That's the question. How do you make everything perfect? Do you make everything perfect? Should it be perfect? That's another question you have to ask yourself. Or does it need to be efficient? What is the difference between efficient and perfect? Everybody has their own definition. So you have to think about those things when you're building out your website. And now, let me see. Website. Okay. So when it comes to our summertime initiatives, summertime, summer. I almost repeated the same damn lyric. You ever be singing a song and you know the melody of the song, and you know like the first line, the lyrics, the line of the lyrics, and then that second line or that third line, you start doing that. You just start humming stuff. You like you forgot the words. That just happened to me right now. But this summer is going to be a big summer for us, because now that we've gotten past a lot of the nooks and crannies of optimizing and just getting our process together, now it's like taking those processes and dumping them on the next set of templates that we're going to be making. So that's something that I definitely would say is exciting. I do have a gift. I'm giving away some templates at the end of this session, near the end. And I also have some icons to give away as well too. I have the link for them, so I'll drop them in the chat at the end of the session. So just be aware of that. You will be getting something for free. And if you don't have the license key for the Pro, you should have our license key for our free library, and you should have the license key for our Pro library if you're on our email list. So if you're not on our email list, you probably want to get on our email list. Because like I said in the beginning of this live, we've given away for free our free library, block library, and our Pro library for testing. Now, here's the thing. I know that there are people that take advantage of opportunities. That's okay. I'm not mad at that. People take advantage of stuff all the time. So there are people that will use our templates and the pro library, the beta, and actually use them and do something, and then not want to pay for it. That right there is out of my hands. I don't care about that. That's there's some L's you have to take. There's some things you have to just let go. It was either allow people to test our templates for free so that way we can get feedback and we can gain trust from our users, or not do it. And so I was like, let's just do it. Let's just allow everybody to test everything for free. If they build out a page or a website with our pro library and they didn't pay for it, hey, I still hope they win. I hope you win. That's okay. If you are somebody who cares about supporting the platforms that you're using and you have authenticity about you, you have some type of integrity about you, I would believe and hope that if the templates came out to your satisfaction and you felt that they helped your websites and your life, well, then buy them. That seems to me easy enough. If not, don't buy them. That seems easy enough to me too. That's cool. But what I just wanted to demonstrate was how transparent that I am looking to be, and that's why we have given our pro templates for free away for beta testing purposes. But as I said, I know there's some people that will take advantage of the system. That's how things are. That's not how I'm going to operate though. If you are someone who likes icons, these templates are going to be for you. So let me copy this link. Copy this link, and I'm going to throw it in the chat. And the thing is on LinkedIn, I can't see the LinkedIn. Let me see, because I know some people. Oh, somebody is watching on LinkedIn. See, LinkedIn be on some other stuff. Oh, okay. I see. Okay, I'm putting it in LinkedIn right now. And thank you. Is it Rashawn? I don't know how to say your name. I appreciate your understanding. Technology can be unpredictable at times. Looking forward to sharing our progress with you all. I don't know what that means. Looking forward to sharing our progress with you all. The first part I understood. The second part, I wasn't really understanding that second part. But it's all good. We ain't worried about it. But thank you for commenting. Thank you for showing some love. Let me check YouTube real quick. All right, got that. All right, so the links are in YouTube and LinkedIn, and you don't need an email for the icons. I will add an email wall, a gate. I will put it behind an email in the future. Right now, I was just allowing people, if you have the link, you can access all the templates. It is literally 800 plus templates, icons. And that is just in the PNG. And it's another 800 in SVGs. So in total, we're giving away 1,600 icons that you have full access to change, rearrange, do what you want to, and you don't even have to give an email for it. If that's not generosity, I honestly don't know what is. But it's all good. Let me get my thing going. So sometimes you just got to give a little. Somebody gonna be excited for. Look, if you ain't gonna be excited for me, they gonna be excited for me. The virtual hand claps. They gonna be excited for something like that. That's how we gonna do it. So hopefully you got that link right there. All right. Now, when it came to the Apple event, or when it comes to AI, let me say that because there's some people that don't use Apple. I'm only mentioning Apple because they were the late people to the AI party. So if you have Android, if you have Microsoft had an announcement as well too. Big announcement that how they were baking in AI to their. Matter of fact, let me bring that up real quick. Microsoft AI. And why am I bringing it up? Because everybody's on AI. If you ain't using AI, again, I don't know what you're doing. Okay, and Apple Intelligence. Let me bring that up. I'm about to bring that joint up real quick. Apple Intelligence preview. Okay. All right. Cool. Let me share my screen. Share my screen. Okay. So when it comes to AI, and that's something that we're going to. The reason I'm bringing this up because I have some really big plans on how we're going to incorporate AI into our systems. Even though we're not going to do it in the same way as some of these other, product, how do I say, software companies, but we are going to incorporate AI into our system in a very unique way. I've been playing with AI for the past not playing, that's not a good way to say. I've been using AI for the past 3 years, maybe 4. Started off with Jasper, even though it didn't start off as Jasper. It was called Conversion AI. Then it was called Jarvis. Now it's Jasper. Maybe Casper one day because they're going to turn into a ghost with all this new AI stuff coming out. But I started with that and people's minds were blown away. Like people didn't even understand the power of it back then 3 years ago. Even though I was showing people like, yo, this AI is crazy, the stuff you can do with it. Now, could Jasper do what ChatGPT and Gemini can do now? Oh, no. No, it cannot. Not at all. I hope they've caught up, but AI has totally changed the amount of content that people have been able to release and consume. So we have Copilot. That's what they're using. That's what they're calling their AI. And they're baking this directly into their systems. When I say baking, I mean they're integrating it into their systems. I'm excited for this, even though I don't have a PC. Just the fact that they are headed in this direction and competition is good. I love that. When I use a PC, I want to use this. I want to use how do I have AI in the forefront of my computer? So like when I'm on my computer, I don't have to I have to open the browser in order to get the power of the computation. The power of whatever model that the computer is using. How do I get that power without having to go into a browser and then go to a Gemini or a Chat GPT, Perplexity? What else? There's just so many things. And this is how you do it. And then Apple had their big one yesterday as well too. Well, not as well, but they had their big one yesterday. And they gave a lot of demonstrations on how they're using their AI. I would say the best part about this, and I'm hoping that Microsoft does the same thing, is how they incorporate ChatGPT. So for people who, I can't believe I just said that out loud. They don't need to incorporate ChatGPT. They own ChatGPT. So yeah, I'm thinking of the app and not thinking of the Open AI. So this is interesting that technically now Microsoft and Apple are dating the same person. They're sharing the same person, I guess, in a way. Kind of thing, because Apple wasn't going to be able to do what they did without ChatGPT. So and they own OpenAI. They have a stake in OpenAI. So both of these companies right here, I would say 99% of the people watching this, you use one of these. You either use Apple or you use Microsoft. And then the other one is going to be Google, or you use Google. Google is not an operating system right now, and they're not the major hardware that operates operating systems. So the major players are going to be Microsoft and I say Google's not an operating system. Yeah, I know Android, OS and all the other things. Those are operating systems, but I'm talking about from a computer standpoint, a major computer standpoint. They don't have no main computer type of AI. But Google has been at the forefront of collecting our data. Apple has been at the forefront of collecting our data. Microsoft, not so much at the forefront of collecting our data. So I'm curious to see from a Google and Apple standpoint how they're going to use AI from the collection of the data. But Apple says that their AI on the computer is all stored locally, so you don't have to worry about leaks. Now, we're going to see how in a couple of years, because all that is in theory. They said the same thing about photos, and I'll never forget when Jill Scott got her photos compromised. Jill Scott's a singer, if you all don't know, an R&B singer, and she got her photos compromised. So we're going to see how that works when it comes to this. But I think so far it's promising, the things that we can do. And I'm just curious how it's going to make people's lives better, how it's going to make entrepreneurs' lives better. I'm excited for that part myself. I think it's going to be interesting. Let me look at my chat real quick. See if I have any questions. Okay. Okay. We're good. We're good. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think it's gonna be interesting. Where this goes and how it goes. If you're not paying attention to it, I would suggest that you do so because this thing is gonna be, I mean, it's gonna be something else, y'all. It's gonna be something else. Let's move on to the next. On to the next. On. And I wasn't gonna make this live stream long. I only wanted to do about an hour, and I'm gonna do another one on Thursday as well too. So from today and Thursday, I'm going to be doing another live stream. Hopefully, the power doesn't go out 5 minutes before it's time to go. That was crazy. I mean, I'm ready to go. I'm like, all right, God, we about to do, you know what I'm saying? This will be a good stream. All right, universe. Okay, I feel you out here. We about to do it. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, what? How could you do this to me? I thought I was doing good. I ain't stepping on no ants. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking the spiders out. No, I had to use that. No, I couldn't take the spiders out. I had to use that bug spray. Now, some spiders I will. Some spiders, or like a ladybug, I'll take it outside. Or even a stink bug or something like that. I'll do my best to capture it and take it outside. I will. I'll do my best to capture and take it outside. If it must be killed, it's only because there's no other choice. But when it comes to respecting life, you know, at the smallest level, that has been my goal, is to do even that. So it came by surprise when the universe was like, it don't even matter. It doesn't matter what your name is. No matter who you are. Do you know the universe works how it wants to work? That's like the universe talking to me. Don't you know I work? The universe talks to itself in third person. The universe works how it wants to work. And I was like, for real? You work how you want to work, huh? Yes, the universe works how it wants to work. It works you. You don't work it. I said, okay. Do your thing. It's your thing. Do what you want to do. You know? Hey. All I can do is move forward, press on. And that's something that I advise all of you to do. When you are running your business and things happen, things go down, move forward, press on, address the things you need to address, patch up some of them holes, but don't let them holes hold you back. And don't let those holes in your life keep you from becoming the how do I say, the polished figure that you are, that you're going to be. Don't let them do that. What excites me about looking at other people's journey, because I've seen a lot of you all come up as far as, you know, progress and do different things. And I've been striving to follow suit, you know, in my own way. And I'm excited about these next chapters in life when it comes to, well, the next couple years, just growing in general. We're getting older now, y'all. We ain't that young no more. Well, it depends on who's watching this. Now, if you're in your 20s, that's different. Hey, you ain't forever young. Do not listen to Jay-Z and was it Colin or something? Colin, forgot what his name is. But you ain't forever young. Like you will have to grow up. Peter Pan is just a made-up cartoon character. There is no Never Never Land. There may be a ranch, but that, no, we ain't gonna go to the. Listen, I was watching one of my favorite shows called The Boys on Amazon, and they're getting ready to drop it, and I was laughing because one of the opening lines from one of the bad characters named Homelander, he's talking to the I was gonna say antagonist, but the protagonist of the show. He's talking to the protagonist, and he's the antagonist, and the protagonist is talking to a kid, and then he walks in. The antagonist walks in, Homelander. He says, "No means no. This is not the Never." I started dying, laughing so hard. Like, did they just take a shot at Michael Jackson? They just took a shot at the legend, and they did it so subtly too. And it was just out the blue. It was not expected. I'm like thinking it's gonna be a serious scene, and they just used that to take a shot at Michael. See y'all. And with that being said, you got to think about, what do people say about you after you're gone? How are people going to refer to you? How are they going to think about you? What are those things that they're going to say when you're gone? So it's something that we all have to think about. Are you leaving a legacy? Are you leaving something for your family? Are you leaving something for another generation? Or are you just doing what you're doing for you? If that's what you want to do, that's okay. Now, I don't follow that rule book. I don't follow suit with that, because if everybody thought that way, then you would have nothing. And I can say that for a fact. So it's okay if you want to do for you and don't want to leave anything for others after. But I can tell you for a fact, even if you want to argue this, you can argue till your face turns blue. If people thought so selfishly of all across the history of the world, because we know people are selfish. We are all selfish in our own ways. But if that's all we were, was selfish, and if we didn't leave anything for the next, we would have nothing. This generation, you, me, our parents would have nothing if that's how people thought. So I always encourage people to think about what you want to leave, even if it's something small. What footprint, what asset, what type of property, real estate, wealth, memorables, type of things, trinkets, whatever it is. Plans, maybe you just leave plans. Maybe you worked so hard and you come up with the perfect plan, but you weren't the perfect person to execute it. So maybe it's your nephew or your cousin or your daughter or your son, your niece, your students. Maybe it didn't work for you. Whatever you did didn't work for you, but you still have a plan. Are you leaving the plan for somebody else to be able to take and go from there? Are you passing the baton? As a human being, as a human race, as humankind, we're always passing the baton. That's what we're supposed to do. We don't pass the baton. The next one ain't got nothing. So it's just something that I advocate for. I encourage you to think about, what are those things you're leaving for your loved ones, for lost ones. Yeah, we're building websites. Yeah, we're using WordPress. People don't know that WordPress is a community, not just a tool, not just a content management system. It's literally a community of many, many people, all types of people. And WordPress itself can be very plain, very boring, but it also can be very exciting and dramatic. Sometimes a little too dramatic. Sometimes that drama goes a little bit too through. It can be all that. And what I think about WordPress, what I love about WordPress, is how it gives us all a fair chance. Now, those of us who are coming in for the first time, we may have a different perspective of that fair chance, but it's giving us all a fair chance. Checking the chat here, checking the chat. Yeah, it's all giving us all a fair chance. So it's something that you may want to think about when it comes to your endeavors in your life. Why are you using WordPress? What is it doing for you? How is it helping you? Is it something that is overwhelming, or is it something that is giving you the leverage to, how do I say this? To embark on your dreams and to create all the nuances of the ideas that you have, because every content management system doesn't let you do that. Every website system doesn't let you do that. I know Squarespace doesn't let you do that, and Wix doesn't let you do that. They let you do a lot of things, and for good reason. And they don't let you do a lot of things, and for good reason. But they don't give you the access. Now that comes with pros and cons, y'all. But typical hosting platforms that are website builders don't give you the same access of opportunity that WordPress, WordPress.org, like that it will give you. And yes, the opportunity and the flexibility comes with complexities. It comes with responsibility. You cannot use WordPress and not be responsible. It doesn't work. You can't use WordPress and not be responsible. You can't use WordPress and not be focused. It doesn't work. Why would I say that? You let your website sit for a year. You don't touch it. Let it sit for 1 year. Build a website with WordPress. Let it sit for 6 months to a year. I don't know if you can say a year, 6 months to a year. I guarantee you, when you go back to it, something will have changed on the front end and the back end. So you can't just leave it by itself. You go to Squarespace or you go to Wix, for the most part, you leave that site for 6 months to a year, it's going to be way more intact than your WordPress website will be, because they're in charge of the back end and the build. With WordPress, you're in charge of the back end and the build out. When I say back end, I'm talking about in the admin area, not back end development. 'Cause I know front end development, which is before I understood everything, was so confusing. But front end development, technically in the WordPress world or the development world, could also mean the admin area of WordPress. Even though you're in the back of WordPress, it's still front end. Isn't that kind of interesting and weird at the same time? So if you are not a developer or a coder, when I say the back end, I'm talking about the back of WordPress as far as the admin area and how that changes from the plugins, and the updates of WordPress core itself, let alone the changes in your hosting environment. Those are major changes as well too. So you have to be careful with that. Let me get my handy dandy notebook. No, I'm just joking. I don't have a handy dandy notebook. This ain't Blue's Clues. This ain't no Steve scenario. This is not Blue's Clues, but I am making sure that I got everything intact. And then the last thing I wanted to share was a flash special discount, meaning it's gonna come and go real fast. It's gonna be here and it's gonna be gone like the Flash, even though that movie was terrible. Wasn't that movie terrible? I mean, did you watch that movie? I'm a DC fan, I'm a Marvel fan, but I can tell you right now that they needed more time. And they needed more time. I liked what they did with the cameo of Kevin Foster for Batman, and I guess other cameos involved, and that was in the commercial, so hopefully I didn't ruin anything for anybody. But that was in the trailer, okay? He was in the trailer. Ain't no spoilers around here, you know what I'm saying? We can't be spoiling. It's got to be a spoiler alert. But that movie was, they could have did so much. So yeah, Flash, right? And the Flash. If you notice, I like to go off. I'll say one thing, and then we'll go into this thing, but then we'll come right back. We'll connect those dots. Everything is going to get connected at some point in time. But sometimes we got to go off on the side missions. We can't always just go on the mission. We need them side missions to level up our character. Maybe I'm just speaking real nerdy right now because I'm playing this game called Elden Ring, and that game is so hard. And I'm not really a big gamer, but I need to get my mind out of work or other things, and sometimes I just need to play a game every now and then and have some fun. But that game, Elden Ring, oh my goodness, that game is so hard. Whew, one of the hardest games I've ever played in my life. But y'all might start seeing me stream in the near future, or in the future. Y'all might start seeing me stream some gaming, doing some gaming. So on YouTube, if you're not on YouTube, if you're on LinkedIn watching this, go check out our YouTube channel. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm looking to get the channel monetized by the end of the year, 1,000 subscribers. I would highly advise you do the same thing, because YouTube, who was it? Forbes, who put out a recent article about the creator economy is about to surpass even doctors, lawyers. Like, the creator economy is getting ready to make so much. It's already there, and YouTube right now is pushing up new creators more than they are adding. What do I say? They're pushing out new creators more than they are. No, I wouldn't say more. Almost just as much as they are senior creators. And it's been a long time since they've done that. So if you haven't created a YouTube channel for the reason of creating content for others to consume, and you were scared to because you thought you were too late, I'm trying to tell you right now, you ain't too late. You might want to get into that thing, and then one day you're gonna be like, now, are you gonna be there and that happens immediately? No. But can it happen over time? Yes. Yes. And that's why this excites me. I'm okay with, I embrace nobody being in my live streams or nobody saying anything in my live. I embrace it. I know people watch the recordings. I know some people watch the recordings because I can see the analytics. Live stream is such a different thing. You know, it's like, how do you interrupt somebody? Because the recording is on demand, right? You got to think recordings are the new on demand. And live streams are the new broadcasts. We used to watch TV. So you got to catch it live, right? You got to catch it live. They're not the same thing. Now, typically you will record a live stream, not always, but typically you will. But a live stream is a broadcast. It's the new age broadcast. And recording is the on demand. So that's why I'm saying, I know, you know, when it comes to videos, we putting out all kind of videos. We're doing shorts. I don't know if y'all seen some of the shorts. Hey, I got some funny shorts coming out. I got some funny joints. Oh my God, I got some funny joints coming out. Man, some are unique. Some you gonna see me in all of these different creator style elements where I'm just doing my thing and you like, oh shoot. And you gonna be getting ideas. But I would say that when it comes to the live versus the recording part, I know that a lot of people aren't going to be showing up for my lives in these early streams. And that excites me to a degree. Why would you say it excites me? Because there's gonna be a few people that showed up during the early stages of these lives and these videos that in 5 years from now, they're gonna feel like a king or a queen because of that. And what I mean by that is they're gonna feel special, not like a king or a queen, like, you know, they're being christened or knighted or anything like that, not like that, but they're gonna feel like they are at the top of the throne when it comes to our audience or when it comes to our subscribers, our customers. Shout outs to our customers, the people who did get in early. I still thank you so much. I appreciate you. I want to see more of you. I would love to see more feedback. And again, I got a lot of that feedback, we'll say 6 months ago to a year. We made the changes. But if you are a customer, please let me know what you think of these new changes. If you're a user, let me know what you think of these new changes. But these people who have been our early users, early adopters to be specific, and our early bird customers, I guarantee you, I freaking Denzel Washington guarantee you, in every movie that Denzel Washington stars in, he guarantees. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Watch a movie with Denzel Washington to see if he does not guarantee. And he delivers. I deliver. That was American Gangster right there. He delivers. I guarantee 5 years from now, and I'm saying 5 because I'm being very generous in the time. I believe in my heart it's gonna be less than that. But I'm saying 5 out loud because when this video is watched in 2 years from now or 3 years from now, I'm gonna be able to say, see, it didn't even take that long. It didn't even take as long as I thought it was gonna take. And so are you. You're gonna say, it didn't take that long. But there's gonna be people hopping in, because I know I be hopping in new communities, and I be feeling like, damn, I just got in, people been here. And then you hear people that been there, like how they talk and how they feel about the community that they're in and the group that they're in, what they're doing. And they feel proud like a mug, because they've been there from the start. They seen when it was nothing, when it was just growing. To me, that's exciting. That used to sadden me. I'm excited. I'm gonna keep inviting people to come through. Come on through, let's get in here. Let's do this. But if nobody shows up, guess where I'm still gonna be? Right here. Ready to hit that record button, ready to hit these sounds.
Is this what you want?
Saying, is this what you want? Figuring it out. Oh, this ain't what you want? Okay, so
Is this what you want?
okay, you don't want that over there. You don't want that over there? Okay, well, okay, I got this.
Is this what you want?
I'm gonna keep going.
Is this what you want?
We gonna figure it out. Oh, you don't like that? Okay, let me go fix it up.
Is this what you want?
Oh wait, let me
Hold up.
let me take some time. And it,
Is this what you want?
all right, I'm telling you, that's as an entrepreneur and a business owner, a content creator, freelancer, whatever it is you are, how you are, a professional, a contractor, you gotta do that. You have to do that. I probably have performed and hosted and presented. When I say performed, I'm talking about I used to do music back in the day. So that's why I did live performances in front of people. I have, from performances to presentations to hosting, I would say over 100 of those combined together, I have done with the most vigor, the most excitement, energy, and nobody was in the crowd, or 1 or 2 people were in the crowd, or 5 people in the crowd. And I still gave 110%. Now afterwards, I might have got a little bummed, a little sad, but you gotta still give 110% when nobody shows up, because the day you blow up, it's gonna be people trying to glow up off of your success. That's how it works. I can say I have also done that. I've seen people that I'm like, okay, they doing their thing. Let me see what they doing. So I understand. You want to make sure a person's gonna be consistent. You want to make sure they're gonna give you the value you need. They're gonna show up on time. They're gonna be there when you need to be there for you. You want to make sure all these things are happening. I understand. I want the same thing. Heck, I want it from you. I'm waiting for you to show me something. I'm waiting for you to help me out. I'm willing to learn from you. Believe me. So you gotta show up. You gotta be there 100 times, 10,000 times, and you gotta ask who you doing this for, why you doing this for. And I can rightfully tell you, I am doing this for myself, for my community, for my daughter. You don't even have to live nowhere near me to be in my community. That's the thing. We are a community remotely. We're a community, even if we are on a different planet, we would have some type of gadget to be able to talk, communicate, engage, grow, share, help, support, love, criticize. All these things. So how are you doing it? Why are you doing it? Those things help keep that drive alive. That's why for me, it's been a slow process. However, what did Common say? Slow motion is better than no motion. I walked in the crib, 2 kids. I was like, uh-oh. That used to be my song, Common and Kanye West. That was the slow motion better than no motion. So even if you're in the ocean and you are in a boat rowing slow, stay on the go. I'm telling you, you're gonna get to that island. You're gonna get to that destination. Plug some of them holes up so you're not panicking, because that's what we do when nobody shows up to the lives, when nobody buys, and you wanna cries, we panic. We do. I've done it. I've panicked. I almost panicked before the live stream. The previous one that got postponed because the power went out at the last minute. I almost panicked. What stopped me from panicking? Man, you know what? Yeah, okay. I see what's happening. And I only got to really see that because of reminders from other influencers and experts that I watch that remind me, like I'm striving to remind you, colleagues, peers, that the closer you get to that breakthrough, the more issues are going to hit you, make you feel like you want a tissue. I just came up with that on top of my head. And I didn't believe that at first until the past year or two, where the more breakthroughs I thought I was getting, every time I thought I was breaking through something, a big thing would happen. Something would get messed up. I go to Athens, Greece for the first time in my life. I get stranded immediately when I get off the plane.
the next episode.
And I could not wait to get to the next chapter, the next situation, because it was like, wait, huh? I got to another country and now I'm stranded? How does that work out? That's life. That's life. But it's a beautiful thing. Life can be a beautiful thing. So for those of you all who are interested in picking up our templates, I have a special flash sale discount. Not Flash from DC. We just talked about that movie. I'm putting it in the chat. This will be available for 3 days, the next 3 days. And let me actually put that on screen. On screen. How do we say that? They say on script, on screen. So what we have is for the next 3 days, we have 3 plans. That's how the little kids say it. We have 3 plans, and you can get access to our blocks for $100 for the year, or you can get access to everything we're getting ready to pump out for $6.99 or for $79.90 for 10 months. Those are the only 2 deals that we're doing right now. You can get access to our Uni-Blocks and our forms. We have forms with Fluent Forms, so you get all of our block templates, and if you use Fluent Forms, you get all of those too as well. And we have a lot, over 50 Fluent Forms, over 50 forms from different industries, and they are flushed all the way out, and they are optimized as well too. And then we have our themes as well that you'll be able to get access to if you get either the one-time iconic plan or the installments. You'll get access to all of our forms, our upcoming templates. We still have design templates that we're coming out with and automations. The reason why you're not seeing our pro plan on here is because I wanted to make sure that we got those things before selling that as a standalone. However, if you believe and trust that we are going not alone, we are in this together, and we have gotten through much weather. We have weathered the storm. So if you don't understand or believe by now that I am in this for the long run, and by this time next year, we will be hitting home runs. It's okay. Maybe we are not for you. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's okay. But if you believe in what we're doing and you see that we are fulfilling our roadmap and our goals, and also fulfilling other people through helping them with their goals, then I would say this is perfect for you. I wouldn't share this with you. I have posted no deals or I haven't done no promotions or selling for our platform until we got this all the way together, until I believe that we were going to get this all the way together. And we have done that. We have more to go as far as creating new templates. But did we optimize everything we have? Did we make through in our promise and say, hey man, we got some of the dopest Kadence Blocks templates out there? Yeah, like I'm saying that proud, loud and proud, like a dad right now. Before I was saying it loud and proud because I thought that was the thing you're supposed to do. Well, not literally, but you're supposed to be proud even when your kid is bad. Even, you know what I'm saying? It's like not proud, but you're supposed to, you know what I'm saying? But then when they do really good, you're like, yeah. But then when they bad, you're like, okay, baby, we gonna get it next time. We gonna get it next time, baby. We gonna get it next time. That's how you gotta treat your product sometimes, man. For real, for real. That's, to me, this is a baby. This is like my baby. She don't talk like my baby. It don't talk like my baby, but this is my baby. And I'm proud of this. I am proud to say we have some of the best Kadence block templates out right now. And they are fully optimized for speed, responsiveness, and compliance. And I've shown the proof right here. Speed. Everything is fully optimized. Responsiveness and compliance. Now, I did mention that nobody that I know of, maybe somebody that's making templates with Kadence Blocks right now, or any block base. It ain't even just Kadence. I don't. Besides the core blocks of WordPress, which we are getting ready to make next. That's what we're getting ready to do. We're getting ready to turn these templates into core blocks. Now, some things are well, not some things. There'll be a lot of changes because core blocks don't have the same functionality, right, or settings. But we're going to do our best to replicate these templates in the core block. So you can choose whether or not you want to use the Kadence blocks or the core blocks. And guess what? You get that within your plan. There's no extra charge. All blocks that we come out with, you get the core blocks and the Kadence blocks. And the next will be Elementor. Those are the three we're focusing on right now. Kadence blocks, we already got that down. Right now, we ain't making no more Kadence blocks unless there's some demand or there's some, unless there's demand. We're gonna turn these into core blocks because that opens up a whole new area of opportunity for people who don't want to use Kadence blocks. And that's okay. You don't have to. So that's what I mean by, I don't know many other platforms that are startups. I'm not talking about big boys. I ain't talking about the big girls and big boys. I ain't talking about them. We talk about that are startups that you can believe in and trust. To say, is this company and is this person running this company trustworthy enough to be here in 3 to 5, 10 years? And do I trust their direction, their vision for the company in order to invest my money into them, but at the same time invest in myself? Because if you're buying something, it is for you. Even if you are supporting the creator, you're being given the offer. So that's something that I want you to think about and think of when you're making your decision. If you use Kadence blocks or core blocks, and we have the style of templates that you need. Right now, our style has been wireframe type of templates. That's why you see it the way you see it, because we want you to add your styling to it before we start making new templates that already have styling added to it. Right now, we want you to add your style to it, but the goal was, can we create something for you that was already more than 60, 70, 80% done, and all you have to do is add your style, add your content. But as far as development-wise, you don't have to do much optimization unless you're adding way more crazy stuff. Now that's different. Everybody's hosting is different. Everybody has different hosting environments. Everybody has different preferences of what they want from a styling perspective. However, how easy do you want it to get there? And are you using Kadence blocks? Because Kadence blocks are some of the best blocks I've ever used. I love them. I vouch for them. Kadence blocks are some of the best blocks I've ever used for WordPress. Okay? And what our goal is being some of the best creators and producers to use Kadence blocks. It took us a little bit to get here, but that's what it takes for the best. I don't know anybody who was in the position of being one of the best, a part of the best, and it didn't take them a long ass time to get there. I don't know one person. I don't know one company. But the companies that I do follow, the brands I do follow, the personalities I do follow are the one who get through the tough times and the hard times, even when nobody shows up. So that's my promise to you, is that we're always going to bring you the best of what we can do. I'm going to be hiring some of the best moving forward as well too. We already have a great team as it stands, but our team is not big enough to handle the demand that is getting ready to come in. And I am speaking it into existence. So your contribution to our platform is going to be directly used to grow the team so that way we can handle the upcoming demand. Demand in new templates, demand in infrastructure changes and demand, not demand, but in also our website, how do I say, ease of use. We're getting ready to work this summer on revamping the website, not rebranding. We just did a whole rebrand in January. That took a long time. We're not rebranding, we're revamping, refreshing to make it even more easier to use. That's what we're gonna be doing with the website. First, we wanted to optimize the templates because that's something that you have. Y'all don't care about the website. Y'all care about what you get. But for people who are new, and also for people who are customers or are users and they want to go back to the website for content, for education, for documentation, we want to make it so easy for you to be able to do so. So that's why, yes, we will be revamping our website this summer to be a lot more easier to use and understand. That's going to be a big, big thing for us. And our team has the capability of doing that. That's why I'm super excited, is because this was a milestone for us to get here. Shout outs to Odessa and Lemuel, my team, for doing that. And now we have another designer. And so with her, I'm excited to see her work on this canvas per se. Like, this is a canvas, and we're gonna combine our powers together to create a better experience for you on this canvas. But first, we needed to optimize some things, and we've already done that. So that's why I'm saying you can trust and believe that showing you this right here, I'm not a salesperson. I honestly don't like to sell, and that's something that I'm working on. I got to get some coaching on. But when it comes to addressing promises and delivering on things, that's something that I'm versed in. Delivery. And I know a lot of people, when it comes to delivery, especially with delivery, we're going to make sure that our delivery process and how you receive your templates, how you are able to upload your template themes and those things, we're going to make sure that is intact. And the last part is we will be hosting our templates with we're already hosting our templates on InstaWP, but more importantly, we're going to be using the WordPress as a service feature from InstaWP, meaning that we're going to be a provider, a website platform provider. How do I say that? A website builder provider. You know, we're going to have our templates mixed with the hosting and provide people, because everybody, especially minority entrepreneurs or diverse or underrepresented content creators or people who are in poverty-stricken communities, they don't have the wherewithal, the capacity, the resources to be able to set up a WordPress website by themselves. You know, it can be difficult. It can be. So this is where our next move is going to be giving people the opportunity to say, hey, I like that template you have. I don't want to host it myself. I don't have time for hosting.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time for hosting. What, can you help me with that? Like, I like that. I don't mind going in there and changing some things around, but I don't want to do all that hosting stuff. Well, because of InstaWP, we're going to have the ability to be able to deliver that all-in-one solution for people. But for those who want to build out their website themselves, this is a perfect opportunity for you to get in before we get up, before things move up, because things have already done so. That's what this is all about, proving that to you. The next step in the phase is going to be, okay, bringing on a new team, bringing on a new team, creating new templates for new functionalities, aka using the core blocks of WordPress to create templates, aka using Elementor to use templates. And from there, who knows? Who knows? Let me check out everything on this side. I think we good. Yeah, I think we good. I think we good. Yeah, I think we good. Okay. Yeah. Hopefully my sound was good this time. I know my video was skipping in and out because I'm using this virtual this virtual program, video program. You know, I use StreamYard, but I also had a virtual camera connecting to my camera, and instead of connecting my camera directly to StreamYard, and I think that was the signal was kind of jumping in and out. So I don't know for sure. That could be it. So we'll see. We'll see. This live streaming it's a lot. Everything has to be perfect. Your internet has to be fast. Your sound has to be. Is this thing on? Your sound has to be good. You got to be able to see the comments. You got to be able to screen share. And then some people have sound effects. Some people don't. It's interesting. It's interesting, and we get spoiled because we see people doing it so well. The people that we look up to, that people who are just getting their bearings together, that are getting their stees. You know what I'm saying? Getting used to things. We kind of look at them with the lesser of grace, I would say. And hey, it's okay. It's okay. I would say judge me fairly. Judge the crap out of me, because those judgments later on, they're not gonna be the same. They're not gonna be the same. At least not if you're judging on me personally. That's different. I'm talking about judging on our platform and judging on our mission and judging on, do we deliver on our promises. That right there, if you have negative, that's okay. Because I know we're not that. And I know I'm not your typical startup founder. First of all, most startup founders don't even look the color of my skin. Second of all, most startup founders, like when I say startup, I'm talking about like real startups. They get money. And when I say get money, I'm not talking about by themselves. I'm talking about from other people investing in their business, doing Series A and Series B and Series C and Series Z and Series whatever. You know what I'm saying? Doing rounds of funding, crowdfunding, or funding for their platform. So it is a different scenario when you're a startup and you're bootstrapping versus you are being funded. You got to take different risks and chances and mitigate things differently. And you're looking at a person who is bootstrapping his way to success. Ain't nobody ever give me nothing in terms of progress or success in my life. No. I was just given a help and support for personal endeavors. But as far as business-wise, I have everything I know and I'm doing right now has came from bootstrapping. I'm sure you may be able to relate. Heck, I had to get my GED before I got to enroll myself into college. And it wasn't because I wasn't intelligent or smart. So I don't have the similar story as most startup founders. I promise you that. That's why you can trust way more into what we're doing as a brand, as a team, as a company, because I am leading the charge and I refuse to fail. Falling is one thing. Failure, unacceptable. We have to win. We must win. I don't care how many times we fall down. We get back up. I don't care how many times we come up short. We grow tall. Whatever has to happen for us to move forward, and if things have to pivot and change, we do that. But one day you're going to watch this. You're going to watch this one day in the future. People typically go back to your back catalog when you get famous. They want to see all the old things you did, where they come from. Somebody going to watch this and be like, damn, he wasn't lying. Nope. I wasn't. Every live stream is going to get better. Every opportunity that we offer is going to get better. Stay tuned. Watch the YouTube channel. Watch the YouTube channel because we dropping heat. I'm dropping heat. I'm not dropping no BS. We dropping heat. especially some shorts. They are funny. They are funny. But they also are educational. That's the whole purpose, is to add entertainment with the education. Stay tuned to that. Watch us grow. Watch the YouTube channel grow. I should be able to say this. I'm proud to say this because I know for a fact you watching other people doing the same thing. We all are. But are you saying this about yourself? You know, I know some stiff founders. Founders who make their products and they do, you know, their things and how they do them, and but they're stiff. Like they ain't got no personality. You don't see them that often. They don't show you who they are. That's okay. Everybody has their own thing. My name is Maestro Stevens with Iconic Templates, and I'm out. Peace. I love y'all. We out.